We're here with the team check-in for the Tartarus Titans. You got Benji, Paul, Aurora, and Cyclone Spin all sitting down with me, and we're gonna pick their brain a little bit and hear how the year's going and all that sort of fun stuff. I'm sure we'll get into some shenanigans at some point, but I like to rewind these kind of at the beginning. Going into Season 8 here, you guys are setting up this roster. If I remember correctly, there wasn't all that much drama surrounding this roster, right? I know there was the big roster apocalypse video that we did, but it seemed kind of natural, all you guys coming together.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, for the most part.
Thumbs up, okay. Fair enough. Were you excited for another year with Cyclone Spin there, Aurora?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right.
No, yeah, I'm going to say no.
This is a 30 to 45 minute team check-in.
Yeah?
If I only get yeah and no for the next 30 minutes,
Are you not going to be happy?
I'm going to lose my mind.
Perfect.
But what if we just talk about other things, but to every question you
you're allowed to
ask,
look, you
you
can
say
talk
yeah
about-
and no?
What do you guys want to talk about?
I don't know.
You can talk about literally whatever you want here. What do you want to talk about, Paul?
What are you
That's what I thought. We're
laughing
turning it
about?
around on you.
How's the
Okay.
weather?
So, all right, so this is good. We're getting off track already.
Okay.
Who decided, like, day one, or was it a team decision, or was it nobody specifically that decided that all interviews were going to be messed with in some way?
I don't know what you're talking about. I actually don't.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
You say, okay, so you had an interview where you said yeah or no,
Yeah.
and now we just get people dancing around in the background of all the interviews.
Oh.
Stuff like that. Is that a team decision, or did it just happen naturally?
Paul is the one who's behind all that.
What? I was doing my interview and a nose just appeared. What do you want? What? I didn't do it.
You said to do that. What do you mean?
No, I didn't. I was just trying to answer a question and a nose
Sure.
appeared. Okay.
Now it feels like it happens all the time. So should we expect on our end, we should just mentally prep that there will be
No,
noses?
I don't think
and
that'll ever happen again.
No?
No, I don't think
Not
so.
once?
Psych.
All right, so we got the psych from him.
Yeah, see, he's the one behind it, so.
Right.
He's trying to pin it on me, but when we're driving home, he'll be like, "I got you."
Do you guys all live together? Who lives where? Is it 1?
2, 3, 4.
What? What?
It's us three and Ronnie, and then
Yeah,
He's
I
the
have
one.
my own place.
Yeah.
Are you happy to be away from?
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. But yeah.
No, I think he is, not joking. Because
I mean,
I think it's probably pretty nice.
I do imagine it is. So that means you guys probably have to make time to do like team stuff outside of scrims and all that. What's that?
This climate?
I know it's difficult, of course, but I think who did I interview last week? The Bolts go to the park.
Wait, did you interview Bolts last week?
No, it was Scarabs last week. The
Oh.
Scarabs go to that was a fun interview. It
That's-
actually was fun, but it was during a lot
That's
of
good.
chaos happening with
Talk
that
about
team.
bathrooms.
Yeah, that was the Bolts interview that I immediately had to.
Wait, they talked about bathrooms in their interview?
Yeah, I asked them what their favorite moment of the year has been so far.
And it was in a bathroom?
No, they discussed going out to eat as a team at a restaurant and overhearing people, or no, they were talking about different ways people use the bathroom or something like that.
Nice.
We're not going to go super in depth on that. Though,
Yo, me
so.
and Ronnie went to Chipotle one time
Okay.
in our jerseys, and they thought we were wrestlers.
Really?
Yeah. And there's
Did I
like
get-
one person recognized us,
No,
or
not me.
No,
recognized.
looking at the jersey, I don't know if it's a.
Well, one person recognized us. I don't know if they actually did or not, or if they just Googled who we were because we're both in the same jersey. And then there's like 3 or 4 more people who are like, "Oh my God, I know you guys too," and they all said that. And I'm like, "There's no way all these people know who we are." And then we're checking out, and they're like, "I can't believe there's wrestlers here," is what the cashier said.
Now, see, I wonder. Do
I
you
was
think
like,
they
"I'm
thought?
not a wrestler."
Do you think they thought like pro wrestling, like high school wrestling? If you're going to give that type of reaction, it's got to be like you're assuming you're talking to.
Well, some
Like
of them
WWE
knew,
guy,
They
right?
said we played Smite, but I think it's just because they Googled us.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they actually knew who we were. But the cashier thought we were a wrestler after all those people were like, "Oh my God." They actually said, "Oh my God, Ronnie." You know?
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Because that's Ronnie's name.
What?
He doesn't believe you.
They
I don't know if I
actually,
believe
they
you.
actually didn't say that.
Do you guys believe him?
You didn't say his name.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Maybe one day. Maybe
Yeah.
one day. the wrestling will pay off or something.
Come
I don't know.
true.
All right, so you guys eat out at Chipotle. In the team, in the squad house of 4. Are you guys all cooking when you're not eating out at Chipotle?
I've been lazy this year, honestly.
I'm really lazy.
Yeah.
I cooked a lot last year, but I've just been lazy this year. I've
What does laziness translate to? Chipotle and DoorDash?
Chipotle
Just
and
DoorDash everything.
I don't.
Yeah.
I only DoorDash from one place. It's House of Hummus, and then I'll
Sounds
make
really
food.
good.
But that's
So
it.
only hummus?
No.
No.
Okay, they got other
But
stuff.
I do eat a lot of hummus.
It's really good though.
It is good.
Benji, you go over to the team house, they're having dinner. Who do you trust the most and least to cook the whole team a meal?
I don't know, dude. That's difficult. Probably most would be Aurora. And
But he's been lazy, so maybe
yeah,
not this game.
he's been lazy. And least would be Ronnie, because
Fair enough.
I don't know.
Would you guys agree with that sentiment? Most and least?
I would trust
you cook
Benji
it
the
all, or-
most.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah,
trust
but-
Benji
yeah.
the most.
If you're gonna pick a cook, it's definitely Benji
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And then yeah, probably least Ronnie as well.
What's your go? Say they now want you to come over and cook. What are you cooking for the whole team?
I don't know, dude. I still have brain damage. So,
Fair enough.
yeah.
Wait,
Who
for
knows?
what?
Watching
it's
me
a-
play Smite earlier.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine you're feeling pretty secure in your job. That that was an interview of sorts for me. I got to sit down. You guys are watching my gameplay. There's a world where
Why were you so worried about that?
Yeah, you did all right.
No, you seem
sometimes.
stressed,
Yeah.
dude.
You played
No,
okay, like for
Conquest just
real though.
stresses me out.
But you weren't even playing bad, and
It's
you were
just
freaking
Smite.
out.
You were doing all
Was I
right.
freaking out?
It's just the game.
I did lift the chair up at some point.
You're like, dude, I'm playing
Who's
so.
interviewing who here?
You were saying I'm playing. You were
Am I being
saying,
interviewed?
you were saying I'm playing so
Yeah.
bad, but you weren't even playing that bad.
Yeah, I know. Conquest just gets in it just I
You're
slam
playing
arena,
fun,
I slam assault. There's just something about Conquest that
Slam
like.
Okay.
the 2 worst game modes.
You think so?
Yeah,
Which one of the two is the worst?
Both.
probably Assault.
Like Assault
Fair.
could be good though, man. But the
I'm not-
auras
I'm not talking about
ruin the
Joust,
game,
though.
dude.
I mean, the problem
Yeah,
with all the game modes that aren't Conquest, there's no objective, so people just. I mean, it's beneficial to sit under your tower, and that's not fun.
I guess that's got to be a good place to be though, right? If your favorite game mode is Conquest and you play it professionally, then burnout is low. I don't know.
I don't know.
Or maybe they're pro.
My
because-
favorite mode that isn't Conquest is Siege
Yeah,
You mean
Yeah.
Slash?
Psych.
Slash.
that's
Yeah.
right. They combined it.
Slash?
Wait, is it out?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
My least favorite game mode is Joust.
Joust. There's
That
some
map
there's
just
some
sucks.
adamant
Wait.
Joust players.
Yeah, no, Joust really. Wait, why old Joust or the new Joust map?
Any Joust.
What?
All of it's so bad.
Dude, say psych. What the heck?
I get to see them turtle under their own tower.
What's your favorite game mode, Benji?
I don't know, dude. I don't play the game. There you go.
Is it custom Conquest draft Conquest?
Yeah.
Do you limit how much Smite you play outside of scrims and SPL games?
Yeah, to 0. Yeah.
I mean, you probably have to, right? I mean, you've
Yeah.
played for so long now that I joke about burnout, but
Yeah, I'm
You gotta
just
limit it,
avoiding
right?
burning out, exactly, yeah.
so what's Benji's free time look like? What's a day in the life of Benji?
Hit the gym, lose scrims.
You say lose scrims?
Yeah, contemplate losing scrims for a few
Got it.
hours. Meditate on it a bit.
Yep.
Pass out,
Right, and then
Rinse and repeat.
so you decide whether or not you want to lose scrims, and then eventually you have to act on whether or not you want to lose scrims, and then you meditate on it afterwards.
Yeah.
Got it, you figured out. I'm curious. So you were like the F6 warrior in our Conquest game earlier.
Yeah.
Does that actually carry over into scrims?
No, I don't like F6ing usually. I just was F6ing just because I didn't know what the timetable was. So I just
That's
wanted
true.
to get the day moving because I didn't want to be in there for 2 hours.
Fair enough.
That's the only reason why.
That's good.
I
enough.
usually F7.
It's the sickest excuse I've ever heard, man.
It seems all right. So you guys have a good scrim mental environment then, outside of
No.
meditating whether or not you
No.
want to lose. All right, Aurora says no. We've got
No.
some yes.
Yeah, no, perfect.
Yeah, perfect,
After losing, yeah.
Yeah.
perfect.
That's in a good state.
And then that translates to the SPL, I guess, in some way. What were let's go back to we discussed it. There's no drama with this team. All the pieces kind of came together. Some Radiance guys, some PK guys. It's a team of world champions. That you guys have been there and done that. What were expectations kind of onset of Season 8 for this roster?
Lose every game.
I mean, to do well.
Right. I mean, of
I
course.
mean,
No, sure.
yeah, that's what. Honestly, yeah, just to do well, yeah.
Do you think you met? I know that it started
No.
off. It started off slow at
Seeing
in
as
phase 1.
Seeing as
Not
we're
yet,
a mediocre
at least.
team,
But we gotta.
just sitting
If
in
we
fifth
pick
place.
it up, then maybe. But
Sure.
not right now.
We are sitting in like 5th place.
There's like a traffic jam of teams that are.
Well, we're tied for like 3rd or 4th right now with like 2 other teams.
No, 3 other teams.
We were tied with like the Dragons and
Leviathans,
Leviathans,
and
Dragons,
Warriors.
Titans, Warriors, all tied for 3rd right now.
Yeah, until next week.
No, don't do that. We're in an interview.
What? I'm not allowed to yawn? I'm not allowed to sneeze?
You can
You
sneeze.
can't do
Yawning
that.
is off the table though. All right, so you're tied for 3rd. You say you're not. Maybe you haven't reached the potential that you want to reach yet. What's the next step? What gets the Tartarus Titans on the right track?
Maybe beating a top 4 team.
Yeah.
That would help.
We've only beaten 3 teams during the
Yeah,
entire.
winning would be cool, I think.
Winning against one of those teams besides a Leviathans.
We got a
free win.
Mickey Mouse win.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. What's
The,
that?
the,
Just
the
where you play against a
Leviathans.
coach.
Oh. Am I allowed to ask why it's called that?
Because it's just, well, it's from the NBA, because the meme for
When
the
they
NBA,
went to
when they went to the
Disneyland.
bubble,
Yeah, they went to
everybody
Disney.
calls it the Mickey Mouse Championship because it was played in the bubble, not in the actual
Got it.
stadiums.
Yeah,
So
Agro's
then-
the big NBA guy.
Yeah,
So he would have he's probably
He-
yelling at the TV right now that I didn't understand that. But
yeah, he would understand it probably.
so it seems like a team full of NBA fans then. You guys all get together and
Yeah,
watch.
Benji loves the NBA.
Yeah, no.
Not me.
No?
Nah.
Do you actually love the NBA?
No.
You too? Do you love the
Yeah.
NBA?
Yeah, I like watching it.
Hawks?
Yeah, I like
we
every
went.
team.
We went to a playoff.
We did
game.
win
Did
to
you?
the playoff game, yeah.
Ah, that must have been pretty sweet. Yeah, I know Agro was able to make it out to a couple of those. I didn't. There you go. All right. So I asked what type of team activities you guys do.
Yeah, we did
Going
do
to
that.
basketball games together is pretty spot on. Do you have like game day rituals that you guys do together? You log in and eat meals or
I
whatever?
wake everybody up, and then I'm like, get on, we're playing SPL.
All right, so that's actually a really good question. So are you're running down the hallway with pots and pans, waking everyone up?
Yeah.
Does that seem to
basically.
work for you guys? Does that get you up and ready?
I'm
Yeah,
usually up.
he's usually up.
It's a 50% chance I'm awake.
And it's 50-50 with him.
Even for what are the time slots? Like 1 o'clock games and 3 o'clock games?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's our ritual, waking up 5 minutes before. That's it.
Might lose a game 1 or something, but you know.
It's worked a couple of times. Myth is here for
Sorry,
Some
production
assistance,
told
I
me
think.
Paul needed one of these.
Oh, thank you.
Red Bull's been brought in for Paul.
I've never drank one of these in my life.
Well, you don't have to start now if you don't want to.
Was it
can
gonna make
if
me
you want
hyper or
Wait, is
something?
that a sponsor?
Yeah, what?
I don't think so.
There's
I
no,
don't think
Oh.
they're
they wouldn't let
sponsored.
him put. We wouldn't be able to.
Wait, isn't that
Have this,
illegal
then.
what he just did then?
Yeah, it's literally illegal.
I'm gonna say no,
Oh, okay.
but I guess I can't guarantee that.
Just bleep it out in post.
Yeah, right. Well, the live people are watching.
well,
and Prime
live-
have
well,
it.
my God.
it's already being clipped, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, that's been the interview. It's great to see you guys. Just kidding. Anyone else is welcome to have a Red Bull. I'm sure Mifflin would be happy to make another run out
I'm
in there
good.
if anyone actually
Does it
needs
just make
one.
you like really hyper or something?
You've never had
I think it's loaded with sugar. Let me
I've
read
never
the
had
back
one.
here.
No.
That's caffeined up.
Yeah,
Have you had one?
there's a whole lot of sugar.
I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan either.
Yeah.
It's just make you crazy or something.
Yeah, they cut out your yawn earlier and figured that it was time
Is
to.
it a sponsor or not? Like that's
No,
what I want
it's
to know. Okay.
No, it's
Yeah,
definitely
it's
not.
really
Okay,
unhealthy.
so
but it'll energize you, right?
It will energize you, yes.
All right.
That is what it'll
So
do.
I know we've talked about balancing how much time you actually spend on Smite and taking a break, mental breaks, things like that. Did you feel like there was a big change? The No Boots update happened a few weeks ago. That had to have required, some heavy either discussion, theory crafting, play time, stuff like that. Do you think your team has responded pretty well to the big changes that have happened recently? Or are you still figuring stuff out?
I mean, I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think we're still figuring stuff out too. I think every team is.
What's like
I
the
think there's a lot of stuff
sure?
left to do still with the No Boots.
What's like not the bell, maybe it is a bell curve. What's the timeline? That's the word I'm looking for on like, it's a huge update like that. Realistically, how long do you think it takes for a meta to kind of shake out and settle? Maybe it just depends on how big the update is. But this update, maybe.
Just depends. I mean, all the meta really is whatever the top teams are winning with.
Whatever one team does something and everyone else thinks it's good, that's what becomes meta.
Yeah. It's
They
usually
just
the
copy.
team that's
They
winning
just
the
copy
most.
them. Like last split was like the Dragons.
And this
Everyone
splits
copied
the
them.
Bolts probably because they were 6-0.
I don't even think it's gonna be the Wolves. Or it's
Well,
gonna be something random.
yeah, true.
Yeah, do you think, I mean, what have the Bolts been winning on?
They just play the same, their usual gameplay, but no one else plays like them. So I don't think they'll ever be meta.
True, I guess.
Well, it's the moving and shaking is always fun for us to watch, and I know you guys have figured some stuff out that's interesting to watch as well. Which role do you think got impacted the not the biggest, the most, I guess, with this recent change?
Support.
Really?
You can just start whatever you want.
I feel like it's kind of the same though for the most part. Maybe not though. I'd say mid.
You think mid changed a lot, Paul?
Yeah, I mean, definitely changed a lot, but I think all the rules got changed.
I think all of them
overall.
changed a ton.
Really?
I don't know if, I can't really compare. They all got changed a ton.
Well, it changed in what way? Like
just builds
Sure.
and
characters.
Builds, characters.
If it's characters, mid didn't get changed at all.
But I think it's just builds though. Like damage wise, the mages put out now is more. Maybe not though. What do you think?
I don't know, dude. Probably not mid because it's still the same OP
Actually, no.
mages.
It's solo because all the Guardians have made a comeback.
Yeah, you can
'Cause
play
Vamp
Guardians
Shroud.
That's
now
not
in
even.
solo.
That's not even 'cause
But that
boots,
wasn't
though.
boots though.
Yeah.
That's because they made Vamp Shroud the most OP thing ever. But yeah.
I feel like the support god pool is the same though too.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like
Yeah.
it's changed all that much.
There's
You have to play Guardians now.
Nah.
No,
I mean, I just played one, but nah.
you don't like it?
Nah.
I guess like slamming Vamp Shroud on a Sobek is.
The most boring
Yeah, I'm
thing.
gonna
you
try
can
it.
say.
I'm gonna try it, man.
Yeah.
All right,
Screw it, dude.
this is a riveting moment. All right, oh wait, hold on. What are your 1 out of 10? What are expectations?
I heard they're extremely unhealthy for you, but it says it vitalizes body and minds.
You're about to unlock something new in Paul here if he enjoys this.
I don't. What am I expecting? I mean,
Like flavor-wise,
It can't
do you
taste-
think you'll enjoy it?
no way it tastes good, right? You just drink it to get energy, no? So it's
I
like
think it tastes okay according to people. He said there's a lot of sugar in it, so.
Mm-hmm. You gotta let all the taste buds aerate a little bit.
That tastes pretty good. Aren't I supposed to grow wings now or something?
It does give you wings. It usually takes a little while for those to kick in, though. All right, so Paul is somewhat a fan of Red Bull.
It tastes good.
Are you guys energy drink slammers? Not really.
No.
Nah.
Yeah, I've never had one.
You just get it done the old-fashioned way with a good night's sleep, huh?
No.
No.
Nah.
I know it changed. All right, so I know I've asked this question in a couple of the other interviews.
No, you didn't.
Not the energy drink question, the one I'm about to ask.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know what the in-studio rules are, admittedly, about installing Spotify on your computer, like while you're playing the games. If I'm playing Smite, I always feel like I have to listen to music just because it helps me. Maybe at home you're allowed to listen to Spotify. I don't know. Admittedly, maybe you're admitting to something that's against the rules. Does anyone listen to music while they play?
The only person that I know that did it a lot was Moswell that I played with.
Yeah.
Nobody else
Wait,
did.
they played SPL with music on or scrims?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I never thought anyone did that, but I actually found out Neil does that.
Really?
He likes to play with music on, yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't.
I
I
used
don't-
to do that like 7 years ago.
Yeah, I don't do. I feel like I don't play as
I
good.
used to play Smite with no sound like 7 years ago when I first started.
But
playing.
now-
How?
But now sound is the most OP thing.
Yeah,
Morgan,
sound is
you can
good.
hear anything.
Yeah.
Morgan stealth. You're just
Sound
like,
is
oh,
OP.
I'm dead.
You can
Morgan
hear
was into the
you can
game
hear-
when the
Loki,
game first came
Loki,
out.
Loki.
you can
He
hear
wasn't
stuff
in
from
the game
across the
either.
map now.
Denzabor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Donson
there you
was
go.
in the game back.
Well, you're saying you play with no sound,
like 8 years.
and you're
ago.
saying no sound is OP?
No.
No, he's saying it's not.
Oh,
OP.
it's not. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, there's no
No,
world.
it's bad.
It'd be,
So I started playing with sound
yeah, that was probably a good call.
But, so why
Career-wise.
did you play without sound?
because I just don't like playing games with sound most of the time. So I just played Smite
And there was like no music or anything,
and didn't play with sound.
because you
either.
play with one. You have one monitor. You were telling me,
Yeah.
and so you're focused on Smite and Smite alone.
Yep.
No sound. Well, now with sound.
Now
but,
with sound.
Than I used to be.
Now, that was like 8 years ago, 7, 8 years ago.
All right, so Scary D wasn't able to come in here and sit down with us today. What have you guys thought about his growth from solo lane to jungle and sort of where he's at so far this year. Benji, I don't know if you've ever tried to make the transition over to jungle, but maybe you have a unique perspective on this, how that might go. Like,
Yeah, I mean, we thought about it at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
We decided to tell everyone that I was jungling and that they needed to watch out for the bungle.
What you should do is just
Yeah.
tell everyone that week after week, and they just never know if you're actually going to be in the
Yeah.
jungle or not.
So we might just switch it up at some point. I might just hop in there.
That's smart.
Okay.
Yeah, See
Were
how it
there
goes.
were there some growing pains with that?
Yeah,
And
for sure.
anyone
I
can
mean,
answer this. I
yeah.
mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a completely different role. It feels like, right?
Yeah,
Where
it's definitely like the hardest role to learn because
It's a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
decision making at all points in the game. Like
right.
yeah,
it's like early game, you have to make a lot of decisions for your team, kind of, and then late game, it's like it's weird because you play with your team through the early game, and then once you get late game, you have to kind of play for yourself as like an assassin. So it's like a play style shift, like mid game every game. I feel like I don't know.
Do you
Yeah,
think
that's fair.
Scary D is taken to it pretty well? I know he's clearly an SPL talent, mechanically.
Yeah.
But that's such a huge transition from something like playing solo lane and winning worlds with it a couple times, and then you join the star-studded roster, and then you got to swap to a different role. I mean, stats-wise, he's looked about as good maybe as you expect. Do you think there's still room for him to grow in that role?
Yeah, no, for sure.
I know that early on the team had some ups and downs, but it feels like you have these weeks where you'll really find your footing, and you'll have these games where we'll really show up and we'll see the capabilities that we figure this roster has. And a lot of teams, when we discuss this, there's kind of this like consistency block in the middle of the standings at the 3 through 6 block where everyone's kind of tied up at 3 and 3. Do you feel like at this point consistency is just the hurdle that you guys got to get over?
Yeah, for sure. We just I think we were saying it in this interview earlier. We gotta take out a top 4 team. We haven't done that yet.
Sure.
Yeah. So once we do that, I think it'll be really good.
We just farm the noob teams. And
Well, so I'm curious, and this is we always, and this actually can help future interview questions, pregame stuff like that. We always ask, how are you prepping to go up against team X, Y, or Z? Outside of things like picks and bans and what other teams like to do, is there really specific? Say you're going up against the Dragons or the Leviathans or the Bolts. Do you do specific Bolts prep going into that matchup, or do you guys
What do you
try
mean,
to focus?
in scrims or just talking about it?
I guess both. I mean, if you're loading into talking about it before the matchup. Here's what we need to do to win today. Are you focused more on?
I think a little bit, yeah. It just depends. I guess it depends on their play style, kind of. I guess we'll talk about it more and be like, they'll probably do this instead of that, or this and this. I don't know.
Do you think Cyclone? We had it on the trivia thing earlier, and maybe Mifflin even mentioned it. I think Cyclone, you've played the most diverse hunter pool here as of late. Do you think effectively everyone's viable at the moment, or there's kind of a block of 6 to 8 up there towards the top in the pick ban strategy that feels good for you?
I think there's one good hunter,
All right.
which is Artemis. Then there's this giant gap, or there's just a bunch of guts you can pick whenever. And there's these really bad hunters like Scotty that are just never pickable.
And then Heimdall C tier.
Yeah, sure.
So Artemis is what, S tier? Then there's a bunch at B
Yeah,
plus, and
there's
then
literally an S tier for Artemis, and then everyone else is
that's
majority are B tier.
that's just because of Silver Branch Bow, right? And if you just
No,
don't,
It's because they buffed her 10,000
well,
times.
no. I mean, I'm talking about the hunters, the top hunters compared to the bottom hunters. If you don't have an attack speed stim, you're not getting any value off Silver Branch.
No, you still get value. It's just
Yeah, but
the
what are
bad
the top
hunters,
hunters?
The top hunters is literally Artemis and Artemis alone. There's no
Artemis
other,
is banned.
There's literally
Who's
no.
in the next block?
It's just whatever if you want.
Whoever. I know you played Ram a little bit. Iza,
Yeah, they're fine.
Attack speed.
Yeah, I mean,
Kronos.
yeah,
You played
just,
against the Warriors.
yeah,
Dude, I don't
you just kind of pick whoever.
I
you
don't
feel
know,
on
dude.
the
I
limit.
feel like Hunter's OP, dude, with Silver Branch and Odibo.
Do you think mid's OP? Do
Like all the mages are broken right
I
now.
feel like
you think mid's OP?
I feel like there's a bunch of mages that are like the top mages, and then there's like 90% of the mages are just like kind of really bad. But
90%?
90%.
There's no way 90% of the mages are bad.
Gore has.
There's like 7 or 8.
Are you playing
good
Oleron,
mages.
bro? You gonna play Oleron mid?
Dude, sure.
No, you'll feed. Okay. There's like
Gore would've said yes
Raijin.
to any god you asked.
There's
him
Raijin,
just
Tiamat, and like Morgan Le
Morgan
Fay,
is-
and there's like 6 mages that are sick, and then you have like literally the rest of them are bad.
Yeah, that's 6.
I think Jarkor and Captain Twig are the only players with higher diamond gods than me.
Oh, just as a case for the amount of gods that you're willing to play.
No, just no diamond gods.
Oh, diamond gods.
Like, you know how you can prestige or whatever?
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Wormy's
I know
got every single one of
she
them.
has all of them.
That's-
But I think for SPL, I
nuts.
think it's like, I think Jarkor has the most, then Twig, then me. I think. Unless I pass Twig, but I'm not sure.
Is there any? All right. So you have to stay in role.
Yeah.
Is there any god that you wish you could? And it can be a different class. It doesn't have to be a guardian. And you know.
That I
anyone
wish I
can-
could play
Yeah,
support.
sure. Who do you want to play support?
Any of the healers, probably.
You
It's
want to
just
be a
fun.
Pele, man.
Pele support.
I don't know if I would want to play the support, though. It's not as fun support, I feel like. Because any of the healers, I'd say.
Sure.
Literally any of them.
Why don't you play Pele ADC then?
I don't want to play Pele.
Wait, play
That doesn't
it.
sound fun. All right. So it was Artemis, and then a little block of hunters, and then Pele's got to be somewhere like in the depths of the.
Probably better than Scotty.
Might be better than Scotty. All right, Tartarus Titans. What is your favorite moment, either in game or out of game, of season 8 so far?
You sigh. There's just a sigh, dude.
I don't know, dude.
Benji going to sleep after scrims for Benji. Paul trying his Red Bull right now. Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to think, man. There's gotta be something.
We
that's
laughed about something. I'm trying to remember what it
in
was.
scrims or
It might have been in scrims or out of scrims. I don't know. I was laughing. What were we? I don't remember what it was.
Being goofy with the boys. We can just throw a blanket answer on that if you want.
I think it was outside of scrims. I just don't remember what it was. I was doing something really stupid, I think, outside of scrims, and you and Ronnie started laughing really hard. And I wasn't even that stupid, but it just made me laugh. I don't remember what it was, though. I'm trying to remember. It wasn't during scrims, though, now that I think about it.
you doing something stupid?
Yeah.
Hey, look.
That's a common occurrence.
I'm glad you said it. I wanted to so bad, but I'm glad one of his teammates did.
I had to take it.
So that's good. Well, look, it seems like you guys got the goofiness down in the interviews, and maybe that helps in the.
Oh, no, it's that. That's one of the we were all laughing about that.
You goofy?
No, but it was after SPL. We laughed during the interview, but then after we played, we started laughing even harder afterwards.
You talking about the catchphrase thing?
No, that too though. But that was just you. That wasn't me.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
All right, we're starting to spiral here, so I'm going to give Aurora a minute to think and really hammer down what his favorite moment of the year was. We're going to take a break. Mifflin's going to be the one receiving that answer maybe here in a little bit. Q&A from Twitter coming up next. Everyone, stick around.